Hello there, welcome to Math 1620. This is Calculus 2, and I just want to go over how the class works and what our homework is going to be and that sort of thing. Okay, so here we go. I'm just getting so our homework is in WebAssign. You're going to need to buy a subscription to it. Okay, so I'm just logging in so I can show you what it looks like eventually. Let me get back over here to, okay, so you should be logging into Blackboard every other day, really. Always check your email. So this stuff, the announcement should automatically be sent to your email. If you're using some non-school email, though, obviously it won't get sent there. You need to come in and actually look in Blackboard to see what you need to do. Basically, I'll publish a to-do list every week. To-do lists are awesome. If you're not making to-do lists every day, you should really consider it. It's a great way to go about things. Usually, I make a to-do list. If I get about 75% of my to-do list done every day, I'm usually pretty happy with my life. But anyways, here, I'll post a to-do list. So the first thing you'll want to do, hopefully you're doing it right now, you'll watch my welcome video on YouTube. Secondly, obtain these materials you need for the class. The textbook we're using is the Larson 7th edition Calculus Early Transcendental Functions. You don't necessarily need to buy the hard copy because once you buy your homework, which is on WebAssign, you should get like an ebook with that. So you want the ebook version of your subscription. I think last time I checked, it was like $120 for the homework and the ebook. You need to have access for at least 14 weeks because it's a 14-week class, right? Okay, so you'll need to purchase access. For enrolling, you need to have this class key that will put you in my class and in my grade book, and I'll be able to record your scores. Okay, so you need that. For the test, you're going to need a webcam and a microphone of some sort. When you do take the test, I'm going to need to be able to see your hands. So basically, I'll have you like print out the test, or you'll have to download it and copy it out by hand on the paper. Once you've done that, you're kind of flying solo, right? You don't really need the computer anymore. So basically your webcam should be set up so I could see your work area and both your hands at all times. There shouldn't be any of you like touching the computer or looking at the screen for any reason or scrolling on your mouse, right? So basically I'll have you come in, like I'll reserve a couple days a week, the week of our test, and you'll come in and I'll want to see your well, first I'll have you download or print out the test, and then I'll want to see your papers. So I need you to put your papers up to the webcam, and then I need to see your calculator, and then I'll cut you loose to take the test. Once you're done taking the test, you'll have to kind of either scan it, which is why I say a scanner is nice, but you don't need it really because you could use your cell phone and just take pictures of it and then upload it to your computer. And I have, like, this is one of my students sending me their homework. So you should be able to take pictures, upload it to your computer, put it into a Word document, convert it to PDF, and then send it to my inbox. And it has to be in PDF form. Otherwise, I'm dealing with hundreds of pictures, and I'm spending the majority of my time just compiling everything into PDF documents so I can grade it and return it. So I really need everything in a PDF format, okay, when you send it to me. So I say a scanner is nice, but you don't need one. And also a printer is nice, but if you don't have the printer, I'll just have you copy out the test by hand. That way you're not like looking at the computer, because people will try to put stuff on the computer and that's not good. The calculator, you could use a calculator on the test, TI-84 plus or below. You can't use a TI-89 on my test. That thing will do the problems for you, basically. So TI 84 plus or below, you should get one of those. Don't just use like a dollar store calculator. You'll drive yourself insane when you're doing the homework. Okay, so anyways, once you get all your materials, you'll want to start watching my lecture videos, which are on YouTube. So you just go to YouTube, and you could use the link. I think I provided a link here, or you could literally go here to YouTube and Google David Stroop Math 1620 Calculus 2, and you'll see my videos pop up here. There'll be a welcome video, which I'm making right now. That'll be the first video you watch. Okay, so these lecture videos are basically what we do instead of going to class now, right? So you'll watch the video. There is a video quiz embedded here, and somewhere in the video you should be taking notes as you watch the video, right? It's just like being in class. My videos this semester, the way I've made them is I'm kind of trying to connect them more to the book. I think in the past 10 years, I accidentally sort of ventured away from the book, and now I'm trying to get back to the book, which is, you may be wondering, well, he's just reading out of the book. Well, no, I'm trying to connect my lectures more to the book so everything's more in alignment, so it's easier on you. I'm trying to help you. So I'll have the book open here on the right, and then I'll be doing my little lecture here on the left. And still, sometimes my lecture a little bit different than the book, but you should be sort of watching these and learning my methods. So on a test, you should be using my methods. So if I'm doing U subs, I should see on the test you doing U subs. You should be doing things like me. If you're not, and you already know everything, you should not be in this class. You should be taking a harder class and challenging yourself. Okay, so anyways, yeah, you have to watch, take notes. This is, preparation for the test. Okay, once you find the video quiz, you'll copy it down. And when I want you to copy down, like the first 4 video quizzes will be due at the same time. So you see step 4, once you watch the videos and you wrote down all the video quiz questions. And they're not really quizzes. I'm basically just having you copy the problem, and that verifies to me that you watched the video, okay? So it's not like I'm asking you a random question and you have to go and figure it out. No, you just copy it down, do it the same way I'm doing it in my notes, and then you'll compile all 4 video quizzes together and send them to my email. So here's one student that did this last year. This is chapter 11, and he cut them up into 3 different attachments, which is fine, but try to put them all into one attachment so I'm not overburdened with 3 million emails, because it just becomes a nightmare when I have a lot of students and they're sending me their own individual style. So try to put them all into one PDF, and they should, it looks something like what this student has done. Okay, so you do it in the way I do it. You want to format your work so other people can read it, and that's part of math. Math is really communicating to other people, quantities and stuff like that. Okay, so the first set of video quizzes will be due on Friday of the first week. That'll get you prepared for submitting things to me via the email, and it'll get you prepared for how the test will work as well, because you'll have to submit that via the email. Then once you did all that, go and complete the homework in WebAssign for those sections. So again, you're going to need to buy access to WebAssign and then enroll in my class. So here is my class. And you'll go through and do 5.7 to 6.1. So click on 5.7 and then just go through there and do the exercises. I think you get like 4 chances to do the problems, 4 or 5 chances, and then it's wrong. Okay, so there's that. A lot of practice for you in my math lab. Okay, so what else do we, once that's done, you're pretty much done for the week. If you have any questions, you can email me or come see me on campus now. If you come see me on campus, odds are we're going to be working on a whiteboard, and we're going to have 6 feet of distance in between us. So I advise you to come see me virtually first, or just, look in the book and find the answer to your problems. Read the book. Odds are, if you come to me with a question, and I've read the book, so if you ask me a question that's in the book, I'm going to be ticked off. Okay, no, I'll probably still help you, but yeah, read the book. That's what it's there for. Okay, so you can come see me on campus, but be aware you have to have 6 feet of distance, and we'll probably be working on a mobile whiteboard. I'll have to find a classroom for us to work in. I can't sit right next to you at a table with the virus going around. I have an elderly parent I don't want to give the virus to. Even though I'm vaccinated, you could still get the virus, and I could still pass it to her, and she's old and she smokes. All right, so I don't want her to get it. Anyways, there's that. So that's kind of like the to-do list. If you go over to this tab and you look in the info tab, there's pretty much the nit and gritty information that you would see in your syllabus usually. So here's my email, my office hours. Virtual is usually the best. You could go see the tutoring. They have office hours as well, kind of like virtually. I have the handout that y'all sent to me, but if you just go to the Tri-C and Google tutoring, they'll send you to how to do the tutoring there. There's the required material again. Here's the WA Quick Start. So for your homework, you can click on that, and it tells you exactly how to set up your WebAssign. So that's with the required material. I couldn't put the link in the actual to-do list, but it's here in the info tab. Grading, so there's 3 main parts. There's the homework and WebAssign, there's the video homework, and then there's the written test. The video homework is worth 1 point per video question, so that's not a lot of points. It's only like 36 points. I still expect you to be doing that, though. If you don't do it, I'm not going to give you any extra credit, because sometimes I give extra credit, and I won't drop any tests. So you see, there's requirements. If you want to drop tests and extra credit, you have to do all your tests, you have to attempt all your homework, and you have to do all your video homework. So if you're not watching the videos, I'm not going to give you any extra credit. I'm not going to help you if you didn't need any help. So anyways, there's some, preliminaries now that we're all online. If I catch you cheating or anything like that, I'll give you an F on the assignment. Usually with the tests and stuff, you have to use the methods taught in class and the methods taught in the book. If you're using something that looks like something that looks like a PhD student would do, I'm going to think you got a PhD student to do it for you, right? If you're doing work on the level of a PhD student, you shouldn't be in my class. You should be in a PhD program. Go somewhere else. So you need to use my methods. Otherwise, I don't know. You could have somebody else take the test for you or some junk like that. How do I know? I need to be able to know that you learned what I'm teaching you. That's your job. You go somewhere and work, they're going to want you to learn things the way they do it. They're not going to want usually something else. They have an idea of what they want. So yeah, if you don't show any work on a test, so you're somehow miraculously just able to get the answer, I'm going to mark it wrong. If you're doing that on multiple problems, I'm going to give you a 0 on the entire test. Okay. If somehow you are good enough to do everything in your head, you need to come in and prove that to me. Okay. Somehow show me that you could do things, and you need to do it before the test. You can't just say after the test, I can do everything in my head, and then you take the test and literally sit there and memorize all the answers and then come into my office and show me that you could. No, I've had students do that. No, you can't do that. You have to tell me before class that maybe you're using a different method than I use. Maybe you are able to skip steps. You need to tell me that before we take the test, okay? In my office hours, you tell me you are unusual because you can do this certain thing, or you learned how to do it when you took it in Czechoslovakia. You need to tell me that, okay? Okay. So anyways, there's that issue. The homework and WebAssign, each section is worth 4 points for a total of 140 points at the end of the semester. If you don't do that work, you're going to drop at least 1 letter grade. You could get all C's on my test and then not do any homework and fail the class. It has happened before. So make sure you're doing that homework. Written tests, like I said, I'll be proctoring them in WebEx. I'll give you a couple days. I'll allot a couple days of the week for tests. I think I said Monday and Thursday at 6 o'clock will be the days of the test. And basically you'll log into WebEx. And you have to have a webcam. Like I said, I have to be able to see your hands, your work area. You'll go into Blackboard. I have a testing tab. I'll put the tests in the testing tab. It's not there right now. I'll put it there eventually. You'll download the test or print it out. If you're downloading the test and you don't have a printer, you need to take the first 15 minutes to copy out the test on your paper. Once you've done all that, you'll message me in the chat and let me know you're ready to be checked. I'll go by student. I have to go student by student and check everybody, their papers, their calculators, so it takes time. I need to be able to see, again, your hands while you're taking the test. There should be no use of the mouse, no use of the computer. You shouldn't be even looking at the computer. Okay, I usually give you an hour and a half to do the test. It says 2 hours, but an hour and a half should be enough. Again, you need to use methods from the book or taught by me in the videos. If you don't, you need to tell me beforehand that you are using these different methods. If you do anything that looks like you're cheating, I reserve the right to ask you to take the test at a different time. Don't be offended if that happens. I'm just trying to do my job. Okay, so once you're done, then you'll message me and you have to let me know you're about to get out your phone and start taking pictures so I don't think you're cheating. I'll give you time to scan it, upload it, send it to my email. Once I get in my email, I have to sit around and go through the emails and make sure all the problems are there so nobody tries this thing where they only send me half the test. Then they go home and do the rest of the test and come back and say, ooh, I forgot to send you the test. No, you can't do that. You have to send me all at once. If you don't send me the whole test, I will just give you a 0 on the stuff you didn't send. That's why I stick around, make sure that I get everything in my email, and then I will let you know that you are good to go, and then you can leave. I will remind you of all that as we get closer to the test. So anyways, here's our class schedule. So 9/13 this week, we have 4 sections. Usually you could expect to do about 4 sections a week. Later on in the semester, we'll have more and more sections to get through. Let's see, we're doing about 5 sections here later in the semester. We may go faster as time permits and as I see how we're doing in the class, so we don't end up getting bunched at the end of the semester having to do 5 sections in 1 week. Okay, so anyways, there's that. For my WebEx, there's the meeting number. If you do, and hopefully you're able to kind of figure out how to get in the WebEx. Here's a link. If you don't know how to use WebEx, you can just click there. And of course, it's being a jerk to me. So just click there and it shows you how to set up WebEx and everything. Make sure you've done that before the day of the test. Okay, so let's see what else. And I think I just lost everything. Oh, okay. So anyways, back to info here. So here's our class schedule. I'll try to go faster than what's on here. And of course, I'll remind you in the Blackboard if I do choose to go a little faster. Here's the official syllabus and the WebAssign registration sheet again, if you need help setting that up. I also have an Excel sheet where you can record your grades and it auto-populates. So you can basically just punch in the numbers for your grades, enable editing. So here, that's back if we were actually attending, I would put 1 point because they usually give quizzes in class, but we're not doing that anymore. Here's the My Math Lab 140. There's a 1 point for each video homework. You see through there. And then the actual tests, some tests are only worth 50 points. So the second and the fifth test are only worth 50 points. They're a little shorter. The rest are worth 100 points, and then the final is 150. It's cumulative. And so to figure out your grade, you can literally just put the numbers in here. I don't use Blackboard because the Blackboard system is fraught with error. It's one of those things where it's online, so it's continually refreshing itself. And if you catch it when it's refreshing itself and you type something in, it won't be recorded. So it's like if I do that, I'm liable to make mistakes. And doing so, first off, I have to now record everything twice. I'm recording it in my Excel book, then I have to record it on Blackboard. And in Blackboard, it's likely I'm going to make mistakes anyways. So I don't really record anything in Blackboard until the end of the semester when I put in your grade. If you want to know what your grade is at any time this semester, just email me and ask me. Okay. Otherwise, I think you're at the point where you can kind of keep track of your own grade, and yeah, you should be able to do that at this point. But anyways, if you need to, you can send me an email. Here's the usual Tri-C Code of Conduct. Please. Well, you're not really going to be interacting with very many people at this point in an online class. So anyways, there's that. Okay, so I think that's about it. So, you know, come in and read the announcements. As we get closer, you may even want to pop into my office hours and let me check out your webcam. And maybe I'll put that in my to-do list. So edit. Not everybody can pop into my office hours though, right? Because probably some people. But I'll put optionally 7 here. Stop into my office hours, my virtual office hours. Virtual office hours. So I can check out your webcam. Make sure it's working for the test. Okay. Okay, so let me fix this. This will be number 7. Then I need to make sure everything is in bold. This will be number 8. Submit. And there we go. Okay, so I think that's about it. If you if you have any questions, email me, come see me during my office hours. The campus has tutoring. I don't think it's in person. You still have to kind of do it virtually, but there's that. Okay, so there's the video quizzes, there's the WebAssign material, and there's the tests, and that's basically it. So you're watching the videos. You're doing the video quizzes, sending them to me in email, and then you're doing your WebAssign homework, and then we have tests. Okay, and that's really it. That's all there is to it. Just you should be reading your book, watching the videos, doing your homework, preparing for tests, and if you do all that, you'll probably be fine. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. And if you have any questions, email me or stop by during my office hours, and I'd be happy to help you. Okay? Okay, great. Thanks for watching, and good luck this semester.